Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I will be showing you how you can create interactive snippet app shortcuts in Flutter iOS application. So let's get started. Now I want to make it very clear at the start of this tutorial that I'm not using any third-party library. So all the code which we will be writing will be native iOS Swift code. I will not be writing any single line of Flutter or Dart code, because like creating app shortcuts, they are not actually part of your app, they are part of your shortcuts. So writing that inside Dart or communicating with Dart is really tough according to me, but if you have a better way, do let me know in the comments. So anyways, let's get started. So first let me show you guys the output. So here you can see I have the Flutter application installed. Now I have not ignore this because there is nothing really to show inside the Flutter application. What we need to do is we just need to go to shortcuts, okay, and here you need to click on the plus button, and here you will have to search for your app. So here you can see this is my Flutter application called Flutter app. I'll just select it, and this is my shortcut called order latte. I'll just select that. So the shortcut has been added. I'll just go back. Here you can see the shortcut, so I'll just click on this particular shortcut. So here first it displays you what latte size you want to order, small, medium and large, or large. So I'll just select medium. Now do be careful, this UI is not created by me using Swift UI. It is automatically displayed with the help of a certain shortcuts API which I will be talking on later. Okay, so I'll just select medium. So here you can see whatever we had selected gets displayed over here. Now here it is asking you how much percentage milk you want to add. So I'll just click on this plus button. I'll keep it as 50%. Now this cancel and set button which you see, again they are displayed with the help of the shortcuts API which I will talk later on. So I'll just click on set. Then here you can see 50% milk is getting displayed. Now it is asking me next question, how many shots of milk I want to add, how many shots I want to add, sorry. So I'll just select here four shots, whatever, and I'll just click on order. Now as soon as I click on order, here I'm just simulating a fake 1 second delay, but in your case you should actually add some API call or whatever your shortcuts logic is. So I have kept that empty, and once order has been placed, you just click on done. So yeah, that's what this interactive snippet or app shortcut does. So let's see how to achieve this. So first just create a Flutter application. Now this interactive snippet app shortcuts is only supported from iOS 26. So you require a real device which supports iOS 26. Obviously you can try it on a simulator as well, but when I tried it on the simulator I was facing a lot of issues. The simulator was extremely buggy. So if the app shortcut does not work as expected, make sure you try it on real device, but the real device should have at least iOS 26 or iPadOS 26, and to write this code you require Xcode 26 as well. So like I said, I have created a Flutter application and we are not writing any Flutter or Dart code. So the next thing is you just need to go to your Flutter application, go to the iOS folder and double click on this .exe workspace. It will open it for you inside Xcode. So let's just wait for a second over here. Okay, so here you can see your application is open. So first you need to go to runner. You need to inside over here targets or select runner, go to general, and here you need to update the minimum iOS deployment target to iOS 26. So that is very important. Once that is done, then here you can see I have created a bunch of Swift files. So to create a Swift file, now do not do this via VS Code, you will mess things up. It's always recommended to change this file or create this file via Xcode only. So just right click whenever you want to create a Swift file, just right click new empty file and it will create it like this. So here instead of untitled you just have to give your Swift file name. Okay, so I'll just delete this untitled file because we don't really need it. Okay, I'm not able to select it properly. Okay, so delete, move to Threejs. So okay, let's get started. So first let's start from latte order manager. So this is kind of like a state management class file. So in our interactive snippet we had a choice. Okay, we had how many shots of milk which you want to add. So here it is named as count and milk percentage. So that's why I have created this 3 variables. So this is kind of like a state management file. And like I said, at the very end when you place an order, here you can see I have added a 1 second delay, but here you should not add a 1 second delay. You should actually add an API call to your server or whatever action you want to perform at the very end. And here I'm just printing it to the console. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Then you need to go to the order latte intent. Yes, so here, okay, before order latte intent, okay, let's go with order latte intent. Here I have imported SwiftUI as well as app intent. It extends from app intent as well. Here I have given it some title. Now here, with the help of dependency injection, I am just getting hold of this latte order manager. Now where is this file been injected, right? So for that, you will see this app delegate file been created by default. Inside this file, you need to add this import app intent, and you need to also add this app dependency manager .shared.add latte order manager. So this helps us with dependency injection. Now rest everything should be present by default when you create a Flutter application. So let's just go back to order latte intent. So here it has a perform method which gets called automatically. Now if you remember, for in our case, we were first displaying the user a choice, right, whether small, medium or large, what they want to select. So here with the help of this particular API, that's get displayed. So here we just do try await. API name is request choice, and here you pass the actual choices. So if you see over here, I have defined the choices as well. So that's what we are passing over here. And the dialog, here we just do select latte size and pass the title over here. Now here I am again setting the count and milk percentage to the default values. You don't need to do this 2 lines of code. If you want, you can comment it out. The reason I am doing this, if you don't do this, whatever values you have selected previously when you were trying to place an order on the order latte app shortcut, you will see the same values every time you try to place an order. That's why I have refactored it to, or reset it to default values. Then here is another API called request confirmation. So if you remember, our button name was set, right? So this, from the button name comes from this particular action name. Okay, so this is a default, and the cancel button we get it free of cost from the shortcuts API. Now what about the rest of the UI? So for that, we first use this milk percentage confirmation intent. So the callback comes over here, milk percentage confirmation intent. Again we give it some title, and we get hold of our latte order manager, and inside the perform method, here we pass a SwiftUI view called latte order view, where we pass the choice, count, milk percentage as well as page number. Now let's go to latte order view. So here you can see we have first defined the page number. Make sure you add this inputs. Now here is the latte order view. So same view is used for all other next of the UI views which you will see. Okay, so depending on page number, we just hide and show the respective views. So here it takes the choice, count, milk percentage and page. Okay, then here is our v stack, h tag. Here I have taken some image as well. Now you need to go to the assets folder. If you are showing some image, here you can see I have added this latte image. So make sure you add and drag and drop some image if you are using it. And here we can directly reference it by its name, dot whatever is your image name. Okay, then here I have taken a v stack with some text component. Here is our group of text choice, and here for now we are on page number 1, right? So this will not get displayed, this will not get displayed, ignore it. This will also not get displayed. We'll come to the else block. Okay, this will not get displayed. So we are on page number 1, so we'll display the milk percentage count. Then here is our spacer. Here are the 2 buttons for increasing and decreasing the milk percentage, and here I have applied some background as well. So this is the button. Okay, and depending on whether you are passing false or true, we are showing the respective image. And here on click of the button, we just call this latte action intent, which I'll come back shortly. And these are rest of the UI for the button. Okay, so you can just copy paste it. Now coming to latte action intent. So here is our latte action intent. So again, this is an app intent, but here I have kept that is discoverable as false. This is very important. If you don't keep this, then this particular shortcut will also start showing up in your iOS app shortcuts app. We don't want that. This is an internal shortcut used by our app, so that's why this is particular value is false. Then here we are taking all the values which we are getting. Okay, and here is our manager as well. Then on click of the button, we check whether we are updating the percentage or whether we are updating the count. If we are updating the percentage, that means I need to update the milk percentage, and whether I have pressed is incremental or not, I'm just incrementing or decrementing the percentage. That's it. Okay, same for count as well. Okay, so now again we'll come back to our order latte intent over here. So we are done with this. Now same thing happens for this one, request confirmation latte content confirmation intent. Okay, so here you can see we have this struct latte count confirmation intent. Now do make a note that whenever you are using a snippet intent, there is a default padding which is available, but whenever you are using app intent, just app intent, there is no default padding in your Swift UI views. So again for this as well, we are displaying the latte order view. Now here page number is 2, right? So again the same thing. So for page 2 we are displaying the milk percentage which we had selected in the previous step. Okay, and for page 2 we are also displaying the count of shots which you have selected. That's it, rest everything remains the same. Then let's come back to order latte intent again. So here then we just finally call order latte, and then we just display this again, which is the final view where page number is 3. All right, once the order has been placed. Now if you come to latte order view again, so if page is 3, then we just display milk percentage as well as count, and here we also display a label saying order placed. That's it. So yeah, that's all there is to it. If you have any questions, do let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. Bye.